Who announced it? I'm not sure. Obviously, Roman's going to have surgery tomorrow, so like I said before, he's out. Okay, so let's just do this again then, because it's going to make a big difference. He's going to have it today. Thanks for the help. What's up?
You is pleased with the gap differentiality, and I'm talking on the ice, but in terms of effort and talent and physicality from lines 1 through 4, is there a little more consistency right now, as you've seen in 3 games in this series?
Are you, like, talking about our team or what?
Team, yes.
So I think we got a good contribution from every line each night. Obviously, Boyle's line had a huge factor in game 2 on the score sheet, but I think a lot of times when you're playing real well, you don't necessarily score. So we need everyone to go, and they have very capable 4 groups of forwards on their team and 3 sets of D, and they're all good. And so you're never going to get yourself in a mismatch as far as you outdoing them that way. You just got to stay determined and stay patient and stick with it, and eventually you get a break.
Is any part of you surprised the series is where it is right now?
Well, I don't deal in that. Just deal in the fact. Here we are. You try to put your best foot forward each and every day. Obviously, we thought we started real good in game 1, and they skated us in the second half. We thought we were better in game 2 than we were in game 3. We thought I don't know if it was nerves or we were trying to do too much or whatever. We weren't as good defensively as we should have been last night. Gave too many free opportunities, and so we got to do a better job there. Obviously, won the team on specialty teams. The power play got us a big goal, and the penalty kill, in particular on the 5-on-3, was outstanding. So that, in the end, probably won us the game.
Coach, what did Nazem's shift mean to the team right before Austin's goal in the first period? Because it really seemed like a momentum changer at that point.
Well, obviously, probably had enough of watching us, and so went out and got physical a little bit, and then you got a little momentum. Now, I don't know if that's what happened. Or, that puck that Matty scored on went off someone's foot and off someone's face and onto a stick. You got to line up the moon and stars for that stuff to happen. So to say it all goes together, I'm not 100% sure, but obviously if you do good things happen.
Is Nazem at his best when he plays that type of hockey?
Well, I think he's at his best when he's dialed in and focused, and so whatever that means he has to do to get to that. I think Leo's like that too. They enjoy the matchup. They're playing against real high-end players that are competitive guys, and so it's a lot of fun for them.
There were times early in the year when people might wonder about Nylander's competitiveness, but how have you seen that progress?
Well, I think he's gotten better and better, but I think it's all part of coming to the league. You've been lots competitive enough everywhere you've been because you had the puck all the time, but in this league they don't let you have the puck, and our guys are finding that more and more in the playoffs. You never get to touch it, and if you're a guy who likes to touch it and feel it, and you never get to touch it, it can suck the life out of you. I think Willie's done a good job. Their line's been real good.
How much is 3 overtime periods accelerated the growth of this team, do you think, especially the young guys?
Yeah, I just think being in these games, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun for our guys. Our guys were enjoying the game last night, not so much in the first, but once we got playing and enjoying playing in the game and having the opportunity to be in overtime. And I think, we got a bunch of kids, so we got energy to burn, and so we can play as long as you want. We just like to win.
When it comes to a guy like Leo, how impressive is it that he's never not in someone's face, but he always seems to keep out of the box and toe that line pretty well?
Well, I think Leo's a real good player, and I think guys like him are even more valuable on good teams than they are on bad teams. They play an important role, and he's a good man. He does it right every day. He practices hard, plays hard, and he's hard to play against. He's never going to go away, and you never know what language he's talking to you in either, so it can be confusing.
Mike, was that Nylander goal a perfect example of kind of what those 3 players have to offer the way it worked?
Yeah, obviously, Matty's an elite skill guy and playing with and without the puck against anybody. Matt Hyman comes every day. He's just dependable as there ever is, with more energy than anybody, I think, in the league, and great forechecker, makes great passes from under the goal line. And Willie, Willie can pass it, he can skate, he can shoot it, he can do a lot of things. So they've been a good line for us, and obviously they're a better line for us because other team we got Naz and because we got Bozy. So that's what's good about having 3 centers like that, is they can pick each other up. And obviously now that we have Boyle, much deeper team.
What's it like with Hyman, where you don't have to sit him down and say, here's what happens when you work hard as a coach?
Well, I just think, dependable people is what you want each and every day. And when you have real dependable people, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're in, your boss knows whether you're dependable or not, whether you're going to get the job done. And so those people that you don't have to get started every day are important. and they're contagious. And I think him and Brown are outstanding examples of that.
What's the biggest change you've seen from Jake Gardner from maybe when you got here to now?
Yeah, I don't know. Just Jake is, he's obviously spent some time in the league, and you see it a lot of time with defensemen. It takes some time. It's a hard league. And Jake's got elite hockey sense, can skate and pass and think the game real well. He does some things sometimes you don't know what he's doing, but it has a way to work out for Jake, and so he's been a real effective player for us. Can play a ton of minutes, and he makes good plays, and he's plus all the time.
How do you feel like Zaitsev did coming into his first playoff game?
Well, I think he probably found the first period a little fast. I mean, I think it was first shift to get scored on there, but I thought he settled out and really competed. And he's feeling good here today. Get one under the belt, and he'll just get better.
Do you have a message for your team preparing for Game 4?
Yep.
What's the challenge with the Caps?
What's that?
What's the challenge for Game 4 with the Caps most likely being even more desperate than they were?
Well, I just think that each game in the series you got to elevate your play, and you got to get better on each off day if you're going to have success the next game. So what won you last game won't be good enough. So you got to find a way to step it up. So we had some individual meetings in that today, but we haven't had our team meeting. We'll have that tonight, and then get ready to play.
With that in mind, do you believe in momentum at all? Games in series, like you had 2 emotional wins. Does that help you?
Not for me. There's a new game here tomorrow, and we'll just get ready to play and play it the best we can.